Hello. What?
I don't have a doorbell.
Yes, I made that noise myself. I thought that's why you hired me. Okay, well I came over to start to make things up with you.
And how could you possibly do that?
I've got a multiplayer Switch game we can play.
Wait, a multiplayer Switch game? Well, I mean, it could be Smash Ultimate or Mario Kart 8 or maybe one of the Mario parties or like a Mario sports game. Maybe even like 3D World or I guess New Super U it could be. Or maybe one of the Lego games?
Is everybody want to Switch? Oh come on, it doesn't look that bad. It's got a funny horse on the front.
No.
Would you play it for $100?
No.
Would you play it for Mario 64 DS?
Now you're speaking my language. When the Nintendo Switch launched in 2017, there was a game. Well, 5 to be exact. But only one began with the number 1. 1-2 Switch. 1-2 Switch seemed to be the Switch's Wii Sports. And 5 years later? Yeah. But hey, Wii Sports was a pack-in title with the Wii that showed what the Wii, or more so the controller, the Wii Remote, was capable of. Destroying your TV. 5 sports that required you moving the Wii Remote, showing how the Wii Remote can replicate playing tennis, golf, baseball, boxing, and bowling. It was a simple game, but a fun one that was infinitely replayable, and it was bundled in with the system, which was the best course of action for it. So then there's 1-2 Switch, a game that shows what the Switch's controllers, the Joy-Cons, can do, even though Breath of the Wild could do the same thing. He's moving right, and I'm not pressing anything! Yeah, 1-2 Switch was pretty sloppy. It had a bunch of mini-games that did show what the Joy-Cons can do, but it just wasn't as fun or replayable as Wii Sports. And on top of that, it retailed separately and wasn't normally bundled in with the system. Regardless, it actually performed okay, selling over 3 million copies. I mean, it makes sense. What else were you playing in the Switch's launch months? A Wii U game, a Wii U game, a Wii U game, or a Wii U game? Fine! I'll play dog shit. I've never played it, but from what I've heard, it's not bad, but it's not much more than that. It had some interesting concepts, but nothing that would bring players back.
Well, it was good enough to get a sequel.
They still made Jaws 4 after Jaws 3 was atrocious. I don't want to hear anything. So, how did this thing come about? Dark magic. In June of 2022, there were rumors that a 1-2 Switch sequel is in development, supposedly called Everbody 1-2 Switch. It was reported to focus on a higher number of players, up to 100 to make it stick out from the original. I guess they didn't want 1-2 Switch sales to stop. People were still buying it in 2022. The rumor also stated that playtesters did not like what they played. And that's all I can find on its development, at least from Wikipedia. But its reveal to release was much more exciting. It was revealed on the 1st of June 2023 with an announced release date of the 30th of June 2023. Just a damn month, and there was nothing to show for it. A trailer would come out on June 20th, 2023, and this was one of the worst trailers I'd ever seen. It's one of the most corporate, forced, drawn-out trailers ever. It started content creators from around the world trying out the game. Chances are all these people were caught emulating Nintendo games, and so Nintendo forced them to come out and do this video, or else they'd shoot their dog or something. And in the same month it was announced, Everbody 1-2 Switch launched for $30, and my stupid ass picked it up on launch day.
Wait, so you were the one person who bought it on launch day?
Yep, and my depression has been even more crippling ever since. So, this box. Ew. Right in the middle is MC Horse, the annoying MC for this thing. Yes, the funny horse mask. Nintendo's only, what, 10 years behind on that one? You have these poor saps who are in the game itself around here, and you can tell they're in pain. This guy's holding back tears, and she looks like she's just minutes away from a meltdown. My god. The back also lies. It says that there's 16 games and shows shots from each of them, but one is missing. Talk about false advertising. There's more to this game than the back will tell you. That's more that I don't want to play. But we can't escape it. Many things in life are inevitable. Taxes, death. Those are pretty tame compared to playing this, but what are you gonna do?
Well, I can't wait to play this. It'll be a wonderful time for everybody.
We're the only two people here. Upon booting up the game, you pick what mode to play, with Joy-Cons or with phones. Yeah, you can play with phones, but I'll get into that later. After choosing how many people are playing, you enter your names and there is no censor on this. After that, the damn MC introduces himself.
Hey everybody, I'm your MC, and it's my job to make sure you all have a good time.
Shut the f*** up. You then choose how long you want to play. So, how long will we play?
Oh, I'm having bratwurst with my Oma in 30 minutes.
Shut the f*** up.
What?
You wanted to play this. We're in for the long haul.
But my Oma!
You should have thought of that when you came to play this with me. I don't give a shit how bad this looks. We're gonna be playing all 30 games.
There's only 17.
Well, there you go, that's less games, and you can go see your Oma. After picking a time, the real game starts. So, it's a team-based game, so players are split into teams. So let's get into these damn games. They're picked with this wheel, so let's start.
Okay, so here we go.
Balloons. Woo. From what I can tell, balloons is always the first game. Each team blows up a balloon, and the goal is to blow it up as much as you can. You hold the Joy-Cons like a pump and push it down to pump. But if it gets too big, it pops. So the team that blows it up the most or doesn't pop it wins. Hey, I'll do one more pump if you do one more pump.
Sounds like a plan.
Oh, okay, your turn.
Did you do one?
Yeah, just go.
I don't think you did.
What was your grandpa doing in the early 1940s?
Okay, I'll do one more, yeesh.
Joke's on you, I never pumped mine again.
Joke's on you, you're playing Everybody Want to Switch.
Honestly, Balloons isn't horrible. The balloon designs are pretty cringy, but it's a decent game. It's risk versus reward. When your balloons are neck and neck, you can risk a pump to take the edge, but it can always pop. And it's not too long. Honestly, not the worst game in the world. And I may as well rate these on my 10.12 Switch game scale, so I give this one a... Ninjas. One team throws throwing stars and the other team deflects them. Throwing team just does a throwing motion and the defending team just swings the Joy-Con like a sword. What are you doing?
Waiting.
For what?
For you to let your guard down.
Oh, f*** you. This one is too damn easy. Since it's randomly chosen who goes first, there are 4 rounds, and the game prays that one team f***s up. It's not terrible, it's just boring. Kitchen timer. You're in a kitchen and you have to do certain motions after a specific amount of time. It gives you a timer that fades away after a few seconds, so you have to count in your head and do the action at the right time. Oh my god, a bee!
What? Where?
8. Oh, nowhere. I was just distracting you.
Good. What the flip?
This is another one that isn't terrible, but just boring. It's about counting in your head and being as accurate as you can. But my god, this one just takes way too long. All it is just counting in your head and slightly moving the Joy-Con. It's just really boring. Jump rope. You have to pretend you're jumping rope. After a couple of jumps, the rope gets faster. I don't know if we should jump in here. The ceiling is pretty low.
No, it'll be fine.
Suit yourself.
Oh! Oh! Oh!
This is boring on a whole new level. It's just jumping at the right time. Nothing about this is fun. Each team takes turns jumping, so half of it is just waiting for the other team to be done, and that's something no one wants to do when playing a party game, waiting for the other team to go. Hip bump. You hold the Joy-Con behind you and basically twerk to knock your opponent off the edge. I'm not doing that.
Oh, come on. It'll be fun.
Nintendo is not telling me to throw it back. That is crazy. This one is also stupid. It's a stupid ass motion and a boring ass game. I just don't even know what to say about this shit. Anyway, that's what it is. Shit. Samurai Strike. When this game calls out, you have to be the first to strike your opponent. Pretty simple. You gonna strike?
Are you?
Nope. It's all up to you.
Well, I guess we'll both be here a while.
Oh, but your Oma. Is she waiting for you?
Oh.
Damn it! This is simple, but not bad. It's just about reaction time. Nothing outstanding, but definitely a fun one to play for a few rounds. And there's only one round of it? What? This one just takes seconds. Having it best 2 of 3 or 3 of 5 would have made this game perfect. But no, it's... Statue. This kid turns around and sings and you have to reach him. When he faces you, you have to stop. If you still move, you have to reset. This is just red light, green light. Why don't they call it that?
Maybe it's copyright.
red light, green light isn't copyrighted. This is red light, green light in the worst possible context. The distance you have to travel is stupidly far, and the motion you're supposed to do, it takes too long to make any progress. Joy-Con hide and seek. One player leaves the room and the other hides their Joy-Con. The other player then tries to find it using the controller rumble.
Okay, it's my turn to hide it. Leave the room.
Alright. Hey, are you almost done?
Just a few more seconds. Okay, you can come back now.
Alright, here we go. You didn't.
Didn't what? You found it! Shut the f up.
This is a really fun game. It's a simple concept, but done fairly well. The Joy-Con are small, so there's a ton of fun places it can be hidden, but I have two issues with it. First off, the rumble. I get it'd be impossible to find without the rumble, but I feel the rumble gives it away too much. Maybe if there's only so much you can make the Joy-Cons rumble, that way it would force you to strategize and conserve your rumble until you're closer. Also, this is a fun game, but a horrible mini game. Each team has up to 3 minutes to hide the Joy-Con and an additional minute and a half to find it. It's a total pace killer compared to the other games that take, say, a minute to complete. Other than that though, this is a damn fun mini game. Quiz. It's simple. It's a quiz. You get a question and you basically pick true or false.
Oh my god! I love quizzes! This would be so much fun!
Fingers at the ready for the first question. Pants are something you wear on your legs.
What? What kind of question is that?
Yeah, that's really dumb. I can come up with a better question. Dr. Hoctor is a f***ing dork. Correct answer? True.
Okay, well, Nicus is spending all day playing Everybody Want to Switch. True.
Okay, watch it, Buster. This is the worst one yet. These questions are horrible. I get for a party game that's meant to appeal to all ages, you'd want simple questions, but my god. Not everyone playing this game is brain dead. These are the most idiotic, boring questions, and by far the worst minigame in this thing. Relay. This is meant to be done with multiple people. You run in place until it tells you to switch off with the next person, rinse and repeat until you're done.
You know, this feels quite pointless with only 2 people playing.
You're still trying to find a point in this? Even with multiple people, I can't imagine this being fun. The context is running around a track, but each round, the little character thing just jitters in place until it reaches the next checkpoint. That's just dumb. And the gameplay is just running in place. Boring, dumb, stupid, dumb, boring, stupid, dumb, dumb, and stupid. UFO. Aliens are about, and you have to do these motions to attract them. If you do them incorrectly and offbeat, the aliens will retreat back to their ship.
You know, if aliens ever came down to Earth, I don't think they'd want to meet us after this.
Yeah, this will make us look like a bunch of assholes.
Yeah, well, at least they'd get a clear image of who we are.
This one is pretty damn stupid and boring. It's just doing the motions, and the visual aspect is kind of unsettling thanks to this game's low budget feeling. This isn't terrible, but it's a boring slog to get through. Musical chairs. It's quite simple. Musical chairs. Walk in circles as the music plays, then sit down once it stops. A game as old as time, or 2,000 years old to be correct.
Do you have any chairs?
No, I do have some Home Depot buckets.
You know, I'm starting to not like this game.
Again, it's not horrible. Musical Chairs is a classic game and can still be fun with A, the right people, and B, a better environment. But as one of 17 mini games in a party game, it's pretty lame. And those are the games that can be played in Joy-Con mode. But we're not done yet, because there's still 4 more games that can only be played in phone mode. So grab your nearest phone, because we're not done yet. So the phone mode, after selecting it on the menu, it pulls up a QR code that brings you to a website that connects you to the game. From there, you insert your name and can upload a photo, which is pretty fun. Pretty much the same modes are available, and many of the same mini games can be played in phone mode. A select few can only be played with Joy-Cons, but to trade off, a select few can only be played with phones, starting with Color Match. You're given a color and you have to take a picture of something in the room of that color. The closer you are to the original color, the more points you get.
Do you have anything pink?
The Home Depot buckets?
Those are orange?
This is a really fun one. You have a limited amount of time to take your photos, so it's a rush to find something of that color and snap a picture of it. It uses the phone pretty well, and it's easy to see how this can be fun, and also how it takes advantage of phones. Auction. You're shown 5 items and each have a certain point value. They're then auctioned off and it's a bidding war. Highest bid gets the item and the points associated with it.
I'm going all in!
Yeah, I don't blame you. That sword sure does look like a sword. This one is a great concept, but a bit too complicated for everybody 1-2 switch. It's pretty strategic. Not only do you want to save your money for the high point items, but you also have to watch your opponent. If they're betting high, it could be their high point item, so you can bid to take that item away from them. It's a great concept with fun strategy, but I don't think it fits in a game like this. Still pretty solid though. Ice cream. You have a notepad on your phone and a bunch of kids come through and say what kind of ice cream they want. You're then asked questions based off the information. Okay, did you get all that?
Oh, whoops. I wasn't paying attention. I was busy drawing a cat.
Oh, I can't blame you, that's pretty neat. This one is okay. The questions are actually not bad. Instead of asking how many of one flavor was ordered, it may ask how many of 2 flavors, requiring some quick math. With that being said, I do feel like this would have been more fun without the phones, and with this just being a Joy-Con game. It would require you to memorize the orders, or improvise and quickly find a way to memorize the orders. This is still far from the worst game though. Bingo.
Oh, yeah, bingo. Should have told me bingo was in this game. I would have brought my Oma.
Oh yeah, speaking of your Oma, shouldn't you go check on her?
Oh, yes, you're right. Are we done?
Well, I mean, we can play the second variations of each game, but okay, looks like we're done. Alright, well, bingo. It's bingo. And damn, what a boring last game. It's just bingo. Yeah, bingo is fun, but as a mini game here, my god. You get a bingo card on your phone and use the Joy-Con to stop the spinner. Whatever number the spinner lands on, you can mark off if you have it. But the numbers go in numerical order. Why? Why can't it be random? That means whoever is spinning will always be trying to land on a number they need. So if one player needs a number in the 10s or 20s and the other player needs a number in the 60s or 70s, they're probably going to make the spinner constantly land there instead of the 10s and 20s. And again, fucking bingo? How lazy of them. Besides that, there's Quiz Party, where you can keep doing quizzes or make your own. Bingo Party, which is just bingo, replaying the games, I'm good, and the 2 variations of the games. Some games have sequels, but it's the same game with minor differences. I'm good. Unlike this game. I didn't talk about squats. Oh well, Nintendo didn't talk about this game. Surprise, surprise, Everbody 1-2 Switch isn't good. Some of the mini games are okay enough, but the rest of the game is atrocious. As a party game, it's horrible. I didn't show much of it, but the pacing is so bad. Before each game, there are overly long instructions for them, and sometimes unnecessary practices. Some of them last a minute while others will take 5 minutes, and throughout all of it, there's little joy. The most fun part is playing a game with friends, but there are so many better games on Switch that you'll have more fun with, party games for that matter. The presentation is also very cheap, and that goes for this game as a whole. From its $30 price point, its quick release in June, being sandwiched in between a new Zelda and Pikmin game, it really seems like Nintendo didn't care about this game, which is why I do. While this game is bad, I find it incredibly fascinating. In a year that could be considered Nintendo's best year with a new Mario, Zelda, and Pikmin game, along with a bunch of high-quality remasters, the fact that this absolute piece of slop released this year, it's kind of fascinating to me. While this game is bad, I still like it, in a very f***ed up way. As for how it improved Dr. Hoctor and I's relationship,
Okay, I'm back. She just ate without me.
okay,
So, how was it?
it was pretty like, genuinely atrocious.
Yeah, it's a horrible party game. Nay, a horrible game in general.
Yeah. But I will say, I'm glad we played it.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad, but it's my favorite kind of bad. It's bizarre, boring, straight up terrible, but it was also fun. It was fun trudging through all the games, taking them all out of context, acting like they're more than they are, and ultimately, I'm glad I played it with you. We may have had our differences, but at least there's one thing we can agree on.
The game is awesome.
Right on the dot. Little does he know, I still resent him because he made me play Everbody 1-2 Switch. Yeah, f*** that guy.